You're eating okay. You're trying to stay active. Maybe you've even started applying some of the nutrition tips from our last episode. But something still feels off. Low energy, poor sleep, brain fog, or stubborn weight that just won't budge. Here's the thing most people don't consider. The problem might not be what you're adding to your life. It might be what you're unknowingly doing every single day. Habits so normal they don't even feel like habits anymore. Here are the top 10 habits that are secretly destroying your health, and more importantly, exactly how to fix them. The top 10 one. You're not sleeping enough. Let's start with the big one. No diet plan, no workout routine, and no supplement stack can outrun poor sleep. When you consistently sleep less than 7 hours, your hunger hormones go completely haywire. Ghrelin, your hunger hormone, spikes and tells your brain you're starving. At the same time, leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, drops off. The result? You're hungrier, you crave more junk, and your willpower is genuinely compromised at a biological level. That's not weakness. That's science. On top of that, poor sleep tanks your testosterone, elevates cortisol, slows your metabolism, and impairs your ability to build muscle. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep and watch your energy, mood, body composition, and mental clarity all shift without changing anything else. 2. You're sitting for too long. Here's one that catches a lot of people off guard. Sitting for 8 to 10 hours a day significantly increases your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and premature death. And this holds true even if you exercise regularly. 1 hour at the gym does not cancel out 10 hours in a chair. Your body needs movement spread throughout the entire day. The fix is simple. Set a timer every hour. When it goes off, stand up, walk around for 2 minutes, do a few stretches, shake it out. It sounds almost too simple, but the cumulative effect on your metabolism, posture, and cardiovascular health is genuinely significant. 3. You're chronically stressed. Stress isn't just a mental experience. It's a full-body physical response. When you're chronically stressed, your body keeps cortisol elevated around the clock. And elevated cortisol does a lot of damage over time. It breaks down muscle tissue, signals your body to store fat, particularly around the belly, disrupts your sleep, suppresses your immune system, and drives cravings for sugar and high-calorie foods. Most people treat stress like it's just part of life and push through it. And while some stress is unavoidable, chronic unmanaged stress is one of the most underrated health threats there is. This week, write down your top 3 stressors and ask yourself honestly, which of these do I actually have control over? Start addressing those first. 4. You're not getting enough sunlight. The majority of people, especially those working indoors, are vitamin D deficient and have no idea. Low vitamin D is linked to persistent fatigue, low mood, weakened immunity, hormonal disruption, and poor bone health. But sunlight does more than just give you vitamin D. Getting outside within the first hour of waking exposes your eyes to natural light, which sets your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock. This single habit improves your alertness in the morning, your focus throughout the day, and your ability to fall asleep at night. Just 15 minutes outside in the morning makes a measurable difference. No supplement fully replaces it. 5. You're dehydrated and don't realize it. We talked about drinking water before meals in our nutrition episode, but this goes further. Mild dehydration, as little as 1 to 2% below optimal, measurably impairs your focus, your physical performance, and your mood. Most people walk around in this state every single day and just assume they feel average. A simple check. Look at the color of your urine. If it's dark yellow, you're already behind. The goal is pale straw, almost clear. Carry a water bottle everywhere, drink consistently throughout the day, and don't rely on thirst alone. Thirst is a late signal. By the time you feel thirsty, the dip in performance has already started. 6. You're eating too late at night. We covered eating slowly in episode 1, but there's another layer to meal timing that most beginners overlook. Eating large meals close to bedtime spikes your insulin right before sleep, disrupts your digestion, raises your core body temperature, which you actually need to drop in order to fall asleep, and significantly reduces your sleep quality even if you don't notice it. A practical rule: try to finish your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. If you need something, keep it small and protein focused. Your gut health, your sleep, and your body composition will all benefit. 7. You're neglecting your gut health. Your gut does a lot more than just digest food. It produces roughly 90% of your body's serotonin, regulates systemic inflammation, controls your immune response, and communicates constantly with your brain through what's called the gut-brain axis. A poor diet, high in processed food, low in fibre, wipes out the beneficial bacteria your gut depends on. And when your gut is out of balance, everything else suffers. Your mood, your energy, your immunity, even your mental clarity. The fix doesn't have to be complicated. Add more fiber-rich foods, vegetables, legumes, oats, fruit. Include fermented foods like Greek yogurt, kefir, or sauerkraut a few times a week. Small, consistent changes here compound quickly. 8. You're using caffeine as a crutch. 1 or 2 coffees a day is completely fine for most people. But if you can't function without caffeine, if you're reaching for it the moment you wake up and again mid-afternoon just to get through, that's a symptom of a deeper problem, not a solution to it. You're most likely masking poor sleep, poor nutrition, or a dysregulated nervous system. 2 things to try. First, push your first coffee to 90 minutes after waking. This gives your body's natural cortisol peak time to do its job before you layer caffeine on top. Second, cut off all caffeine by 1 in the afternoon. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, meaning a 3 p.m. coffee is still half active in your system at 8 p.m. And it's silently wrecking your sleep quality even when you feel like you're falling asleep fine. 9. You're not managing your breathing. This one surprises people, but bear with it. Most people breathe incorrectly. Short, shallow breaths from the chest rather than slow, deep breaths from the diaphragm. Chest breathing keeps your nervous system in a low-level state of stress and alertness throughout the entire day. Diaphragmatic breathing. Slow, deep breaths where your belly expands first. Activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for rest, recovery, and calm. It lowers cortisol, slows heart rate, and brings your body out of that constant fight-or-flight state. Try this twice a day. Inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Do 3 to 5 rounds. It takes less than 2 minutes and the effect is immediate. This is not a wellness gimmick. It's your nervous system responding to a direct signal. 10. You're waiting until you feel ready, and the biggest health habit of all, the one that costs people months and years. Waiting for the perfect time. After the holidays. After this busy stretch at work. When things slow down. When I feel more motivated. That moment rarely comes, and when it does, something else replaces it. The healthiest people aren't the ones who had ideal circumstances. They're the ones who started small, stayed consistent, and built momentum when it was inconvenient. The version of you that feels great, sleeps well, moves freely, and has genuine energy every day, they didn't wait to feel ready. They decided to start before they were.